In this video, you're gonna learn how to make your dreams come true, and it's all based in 5 science-based techniques that are gonna help you to tackle every single New Year resolution. So if you want to lose fat, get stronger, or just being healthy, this is gonna help you. But those techniques can be used with any New Year resolution goal you have. My name is Rafael Victoria. I'm a fat loss coach with a degree, a post-degree, 23 years experience, and I have helped over 7,000 people. I have one-on-one clients here in Auckland and online clients worldwide. If you want to lose fat in a healthy and sustainable way with science-based advice, it's a good idea to subscribe so you receive a notification every time I have new content online. With every new year, there is a hope things are going to be different, and that's when we set our New Year resolutions. How about you watching this video? Have you set your 2025 New Year resolutions? If yes, let me know in the comments, and I'm going to check if they align with the strategies I'm going to share today. I know for a fact that most people New Year resolutions are exercising, losing weight, and eat better. That's what this study shows. But we also know that most people will never do that, and in fact, most people will give up in January, and the only reason they do that is because they set the goals wrong. And because I really care about you and I want you to reach your goals, I'm going to share the first strategy. Strategy number 1, this study here observed that the people who focused on adding things to their routine instead of removing had way more success with their New Year resolutions. I'm going to explain that with 2 very easy examples to understand. If you say, I'm not going to eat chocolate in 2025, you're completely removing something from your life. While if you say, in 2025, I'm going to eat protein in every single meal, you're adding something to your routine. The problem is when it comes to fat loss, people think about removing things and habits that they actually like. No more breakfast, no more carbs. When in fact, it's much easier to add new habits. I'm gonna eat more fiber. I'm gonna eat more protein. I'm gonna sleep better. I'm gonna drink more water. All these added things can bring positive benefits. They're gonna make you eat less calories, being less hungry, and they're gonna help you with your fat loss. So in 2025, instead of saying no more chocolate, you're gonna say, I'm gonna have fruit as dessert. If you have fruit as dessert, you're gonna end up eating less chocolate and maybe even stop eating completely, and that's gonna help you with your goal. Instead of saying no more phones at night, which is a habit you already have, start saying I'm gonna read more books at night. Because while you're busy reading a book, you're not gonna have time to look at your phone. You might check one or other notification, but you substitute one habit for other. And that will definitely help you to sleep earlier. Instead of saying I'm cutting bread, you're gonna say every time I eat bread is with a source of protein. So instead of having an unbalanced meal, you now have a balanced meal that's gonna help you reach your goals. You're gonna have eggs on toast, or maybe a big ham and cheese sandwich instead of bread and Nutella. Strategy number 2 is something all my successful clients do, which is focusing on the process and not on the end goal. This is by far the most common mistake people do with their New Year resolutions. Strategy number 2 comes from this study in case you want to check it out. The problem is most people set a goal, example, I'm going to lose 25 kilos, and worse, they set a deadline in August because my daughter is getting married. The goal of losing 25 kilos to the daughter's wedding is a desire, it's a dream, it's a result the person wants. This goal is not practical, it's not objective, and it's probably gonna make you fail. Basically, instead of focusing on losing 25 kilos, you're gonna focus on all the steps that you need to get there. They're gonna take you to lose 25 kilos. Here are some examples you can use. In 2025, I'm gonna cook every single night instead of ordering takeaways. This year, I'm gonna exercise twice a week. In 2025, I'm gonna make an effort to hit my daily step target 6 days a week. I'm going to join Rafael's online Fit Life program for professional help. All this process goals, if repeatedly constantly, are going to take you closer to your final goal. These steps are there to make your life easier and not harder. And if you repeat them constantly, they're going to take you closer to your goals. We don't like pressure, and that makes us give up, especially if you see that you're not making any progress towards your goal. Strategy number 3 is based on this study and is about having an emergency reserve. What's best for you? Going to the gym 7 times a week or going once a week? Actually, the right answer is finding a halfway. You're gonna find a goal that's challenging for you, but you're gonna allow some room for error. For example, instead of setting a goal of going 7 times a week to the gym, you're gonna set a goal to go 7 times a week to the gym, but if everything goes wrong, you can go 5 times and that's okay. And then you might ask, isn't that easier just to set a goal for 5 times? It's not what the study says. So how can we use this strategy? For example, if you set yourself to goal of eating chocolate only once a week, but allowing yourself, if everything goes wrong, to eat a second day, then you're more likely to succeed. Your goal now is flexible, and then you're gonna avoid the all or nothing mentality that makes most people fail. The fourth technique is huge and it works really well. You need to avoid having deadlines. I don't know if you realize until now, but all those strategies, they give you some flexibility. You gotta trust me on this, but if your goal is to lose 25 kilos, it doesn't matter if you do that in 6 months or if you do that in 2 years. By the time you reach your goal, you're gonna be bloody happy and accomplished. Let's say you set a goal of losing 10 kilos in 3 months. There is no flexibility here. You either succeed or fail. There is no halfway. So if in that first month you realize you're not getting any closer to your goal, you're gonna give up straight away and you're not gonna get any benefits for whatever plan you had. The problem here is that your goal wasn't to lose fat and get healthier. Your goal was to lose 10 kilos in 3 months. And because you gave up right at the beginning, now you're not gonna get healthier and you're not gonna lose fat. From the moment you understand that all the positive changes you need to do to live a healthier life have no deadline, everything is gonna change. Eating well, good sleep, exercise, none of this can be stopped. The final goal is to make all of these a habit, so the more time passes, the more you progress. The more time passes, the better you get. And to be fair, how many times you promised to lose weight and you failed? How many New Years you said you were gonna lose weight and you gave up right at the beginning? Remove the deadline and that's gonna change your life. Strategy number 5 is about pairing habits. If you need a new habit, you're gonna pair with a habit you already have. That's gonna make your life way easier. For example, if you struggle drinking enough water, you're now gonna start drinking 1 glass of water before each meal. And if that's not enough, you're gonna have 1 glass before and 1 glass after. So instead of setting reminders on your phone or trying new things, all you have to do is every time you're gonna put food in your mouth, you're gonna have a glass of water before and a glass of water after. And if this tip made your life any easier, make sure you like this and share with a friend so I can reach and help way more people like you. And now if you watched this far, let's set a goal together using these 5 strategies we learned. First of all, you're gonna get your goal, losing 25 kilos, and you're gonna understand why that's important to you. Why do you need to lose 25 kilos? Is that because you want to look better? Is that because you want to feel better? Is that because you have clothes that no longer fit? Is that because of your relationships? Is that because you want to live longer? What's the real goal behind losing 25 kilos? For me personally, I would love to live longer. I'm 42 years old. I'm gonna have my first kid in 3 months from now. So now that we set the priority, live longer, we can start working on the whole process. At the top of the pyramid, we have the live longer goal. Right below that, I know I want to lose 25 kilos. But to live longer, it's not just about losing weight, it's also about engaging in physical activity. So I want to live longer, and to live longer, I need to lose 25 kilos and engage in physical activities. The next step then is focusing on how can I lose 25 kilos and how can I engage in physical activities. Let's go for the 25 kilos first. Step 1, I'm going to eat more protein. Because with that, I'm going to stay full, I'm going to burn more calories, and I'm not going to lose muscle mass. Step 2, I'm only going to eat sweets when I'm not home. At home, I either have fruit or low-calorie gelatin. Step 3, I'm going to get professional help and I'm going to enroll in the Fit Life online program. Now for the physical activity. Number 1, I'm going to enroll in a local boot camp and I'm going to go 3 times a week in the morning. The more specific, the better. Step 2, I'm going to use the stairs instead of lift at work, but I'm going to allow myself 2 days a week to use the lift if I'm too tired or too busy. Step 3, I'm going to surf once a week, but if everything goes wrong, I'm going to at least surf twice a month. Did you notice in the last 2 steps I actually used the emergency reserve? And that's it. Now I'm gonna succeed at my New Year resolution because I know I want to live longer. And to live longer, I'm gonna need to lose 25 kilos and I need to engage in physical activity. And to do that, I know the steps I need to follow. All I said today is about planning, and planning is a very big step in the right direction. However, taking action is a much bigger challenge. And if you don't take action today, you're never gonna get there. Remember, you're the only one that can do that for yourself. No one can do that for you. If today is the day you decide to take action, you can click the link in the description to apply to my program. I hope this video helps you crush your 2025 goals and I see you next time. Bye!